Starting out on this episode and going forward until I get enough information, I will be uploading 2 different audio files at 2 different episodes. The episode of a full number, for example, episode 5, will have background music. The episode with a half number, or 5.5, is the same episode, but with no background music. Feel free to choose the one that suits you best. Thank you for joining episode 5. Together, let's wind down with some good news. If you've been with me since the beginning, a huge thank you for your continued support. If you've just joined, I hope this podcast finds a home among all the amazing podcasts you already listen to. I hope this podcast finds a home among all the amazing podcasts you already listen to. My only goal is that you find yourself drifting off to sleep on a note of positivity. If you enjoy my podcast and want to support what I am doing, feel free to find my link in the description to buy me a coffee. I don't offer recurring memberships, but perhaps I'll approach that in the future. I want to keep my efforts on creating quality and consistent episodes first. With all that said, let's get on with tonight's episode. New research suggests multivitamins might save coral reefs. Nutrient-rich tiles may offer hope for coral reef recovery. Could supplementing coral reefs with essential nutrients enhance their survival in increasingly challenging conditions? New research suggests that, much like humans, coral ecosystems depend on a balanced supply of nutrients to maintain their health and resilience. Scientists at Wood Hole Oceanographic Institution, or WHOI, are testing innovative nutrient-infused tiles designed to bolster coral immunity. These tiles are being explored as a way to help corals endure stressors, such as rising ocean temperatures, which contribute to bleaching events, and recover more effectively from extreme weather phenomena like hurricanes. The plan involves integrating these tiles into a 20 square meter artificial reef created by the University of Virgin Islands, or UVI. This reef will act as both a habitat for coral growth and a protective barrier against coastal erosion. We are focusing on how corals respond to substrates enriched with these essential micronutrients, such as manganese, zinc, and iron, explained Colleen Hansel, a senior scientist at WHOI. Although field trials have been hampered by rising ocean temperatures and an active hurricane season, our lab studies show promising results. Corals exposed to these nutrient-rich tiles demonstrated greater resistance to heat stress. The artificial reef, equipped with these nutrient-dispersing tiles, will provide a stable foundation for coral larvae to attach and grow. As the tiles release vital nutrients into the surrounding waters, the corals can absorb them, potentially improving their ability to withstand environmental challenges. This structure is being placed alongside a degraded natural reef heavily impacted by marine heat waves and storms, said Marilyn Brandt, a core disease ecologist at UVI. It will serve a dual purpose, offering coastal protection from storm surges while creating a habitat that aids in coral restoration. We hope it will act as a stepping stone towards revitalizing natural reefs in the region. While the early results are promising, further field testing is essential to address potential ecological concerns. Scientists must ensure that the additional nutrients do not favor a single coral species over others, or encourage the proliferation of invasive organisms. The goal is to create a balanced, biodiverse reef ecosystem that supports not only coral, but also the sponges, anemones, and other species critical to reef health. Hansel emphasized the importance of ecological balance. An artificial reef should mimic the complexity of a natural reef as closely as possible. It's not just about growing corals, it's about fostering an environment where all elements of the reef's ecosystem can thrive. This research is part of a broader effort by Hawaii to develop creative solutions for coral conservation. Earlier this year, the Institute revealed that playing recorded sounds of thriving coral reefs can stimulate growth in degrading areas. The noise of healthy reefs produced by fish, shrimp, and other marine life appears to attract coral larvae, encouraging settlement and development. By addressing both physical and sensory aspects of coral habitats, researchers hope to pave the way for a more effective restoration strategy. The nutrient-enriched tile project in artificial reef construction represents a promising step in combating the threats facing coral reefs worldwide. As researchers refine their techniques, this innovative approach could provide a scalable method for aiding coral ecosystems, offering hope for their future in rapidly changing ocean environments. A young heart patient learns the art of pickling during hospital stay. An 8-year-old girl awaits a heart transplant at Boston Children's Hospital, BCH. Found joy in a new activity that gave her a sense of normalcy and excitement amid her challenging medical treatment. Emerson Bass, a young patient facing the usual fluid restrictions associated with heart conditions, discovered how to make her favorite food, pickles. Emerson, who has a strong fondness for salty foods, especially pickles, has been learning to manage the side effects of her condition. While most children her age might crave sweets or snacks, the limitation of salty food can make cravings even more intense. But what she didn't know was how to create the snack itself. Sarah Bryce, a chef and the program manager of culinary services at BCH, often uses food preparation as a tool to engage children like Emerson. Bryce, who is also trained as a child life specialist, has seen firsthand how cooking can break up the monotony of hospital life and create meaningful moments for young patients. I've worked with many children who have had a hard time eating due to their treatments. It might seem like a small thing, but getting a child to enjoy food can really help them feel better, Bryce explained. When Bryce learned of Emerson's love for pickles, she came up with an idea to introduce a fun, hands-on activity that would teach Emerson how to make her own pickles. I thought, what better way to pass the time and make her smile than teaching her how to make something she loves, Bryce said. When Bryce asked Emerson if she had ever made pickles, the young girl's face lit up. No, I never even thought about it, she replied, excited by the prospect. Bryce's offer to make pickles together was met with enthusiasm. The two spent hours in the kitchen, carefully preparing a variety of vegetables for pickling. They started with cucumbers, the traditional choice, but soon expanded to include carrots, onions, and even watermelon. The vegetables were placed in various brine mixtures, including classic dill, garlic, and even a bit of Ken's Italian dressing for an extra twist. The air was filled with the smell of fresh herbs and brine as they worked, and Emerson eagerly watched as each vegetable was submerged in its flavorful soaking solution. Throughout the process, Emerson's anticipation grew, and she couldn't wait to taste the results. This was so much fun. I can't believe I'm making my own pickles, Emerson exclaimed as she dipped the vegetables into the brine. The activity of pickling helped keep her mind off the medical procedures and long hours of waiting. After the pickles had settled, the pair decided to share the fruits of their labor with others. Bryce organized a pickle party for the hospital staff, inviting anyone who wanted to try the homemade pickles. To make the event even more fun, Bryce prepared lemonade with pickle juice ice cubes to serve alongside the briny snacks. Staff from various departments stopped by to sample the pickles, and the room was filled with laughter and lively conversation. Emerson beamed as visitors tried her homemade creations, feeling proud of the positivity impact her project had on others. It was the best 2 hours of my life, she said, recalling the joy of seeing others enjoy her work. Beyond the fun and excitement, the pickling activity provided Emerson the sense of agency and control. In the hospital, where much of her life is dictated by her treatment schedule, having a chance to make something with her own hands was a refreshing change. It's easy to forget how much something like this can mean to a child in a hospital, Bryce said. Food is often tied to memories and emotions, and when you can make those experiences meaningful, it really helps them feel better. As the day came to a close, Emerson reflected on the experience. I learned something new, I made new friends, and I got to eat pickles I made myself. I'll never forget this, she said. While Emerson's heart transplant remains a crucial part of her journey, moments like this give her a sense of normalcy and reminds her that even in difficult circumstances, there are opportunities for joy, learning, and connection. New insights into traditional fungus could pave the way for cancer treatments. Researchers in Nottingham, United Kingdom, have made a significant breakthrough in understanding how a compound from a traditional Asian medicine might offer new hope in the fight against cancer. The compound, known as cordycepin, is produced by a caterpillar fungus and has been used in Eastern medicine for its perceived health benefits. However, its exact effects on human health had not been fully understood until now. A team from the University of Nottingham, led by Dr. Cornelia de Moore from the School of Pharmacy, has made critical strides in uncovering how cordycepin might be used to combat cancer. Their study, published in Feb's Letter, utilized advanced techniques to examine the effects of cordycepin on thousands of genes within different cell lines. Their research shows that cordycepin interferes with the signals that lead to abnormal cell growth, something commonly associated with cancer. We've been studying the impact of cordycepin in a range of diseases for years, and with each new experiment, we get closer to understanding how it could play a role in treating cancer, Dr. de Moore explained. Thanks to technological advancements, we're now able to perform these large-scale experiments more easily and affordably, which has allowed us to analyze thousands of genes simultaneously. The compound is derived from Cordyceps militaris, a bright orange fungus that infects caterpillars, producing cordycepin as one of its natural byproducts. This discovery could have significant impacts for cancer treatment, and as the compound was found to mimic the cell's primary energy carrier, ATP, once inside the body. By closely resembling ATP, cordycepin disrupts the cellular pathways that encourage rapid cell division, a process that cancer cells exploit to grow uncontrollably. The data we've collected shows that cordycepin holds real potential as a foundation for developing new cancer therapies, said Dr. de Moore. Its ability to interfere with the mechanisms that drive cancer cell growth could offer a less harmful approach compared to some current treatments that damage healthy cells and tissues. Cordycepin's ability to target cancer cells without harming the body's healthy cells suggests that it could form the basis for a gentler form of therapy. Traditional treatments such as chemotherapy often come with severe side effects, as they target both the healthy and cancerous cells. Cordycepin, by contrast, could provide a more selective and less destructive alternative. Cordyceps militaris, the fungus from which cordycepin is derived, has been used for centuries in Chinese and Tibetan medicine for its restorative effects. Modern research is beginning to shed light on the specific validity of these traditional uses. The findings of this study represents an important milestone, as they suggest that cordycepin could be used as a standard point for developing innovative cancer medications that offer targeted therapies with fewer adverse effects. While there is still much work to be done, this research has opened up new possibilities for cancer treatment. By tapping into the healing potential of natural compounds like cordycepin, scientists are taking important steps toward treatments that could reduce the burden on patients and improve outcomes in cancer care. The road ahead may be challenging, but this discovery provides a promising foundation for the continued development of more effective cancer treatments.